First kilometer, 6 minutes and 2 seconds. I am on a 14-kilometer Sunday long run. I'm wearing a hydration vest. It's great. I've got my hands free. I can put my phone in there. I should have invested in one of these sooner. I got it for Christmas and I don't know why I haven't worn it yet. Yeah, so this is my first long run back in Manchester. I'm on one of my favorite trails. I'm looking forward to it. It's a bit of an overcast Sunday morning, but I mean, that's pretty good conditions for running. 6 minutes and 26 seconds. I'm taking it slow. I'm just running in zone 2 today. Absolutely no rush. 6 minutes and 23 seconds. I'm under a tunnel. I'm liking this run. I feel like I've got a lot of time to think. It's really quiet. There's no cars about. The only other people about really are just other runners and the occasional dog walker. It's really nice and peaceful. 6 minutes and 19 seconds. This is a bit of a slow one. It's okay though. Take it nice and easy. I'm going to explain about my new training approach at the end of this video. It has a lot to do with taking things nice and easy. 6 minutes and 28 seconds. That's 5k in 31:40, so only 9k to go. 6 minutes and 28 seconds. 6:17, so just under 45 minutes for the first half. I'm gonna turn around now. I've ended up in some estate. The trail split into like this dirt path, or you could just come to this estate. I wanted to turn around as soon as I got halfway, so it lines up nicely for when I get home. I want to get back to the trail, man. 6 minutes and 30 seconds. The rain's starting to come down a little bit heavier. It's quite nice. It's a little depressing. My legs are a little bit sore, more sore than they normally would be. I've done a lot of mileage this week. I've already ran about 45k, so that could be it, I don't know. 6 minutes and 1 second. I forget on this trail there's a bit of elevation going that way, so that's why my first half is probably going to be a bit slower than on the way back. This should be a bit faster. 5 minutes and 58 seconds. Told you I was going to be faster on the way back, although that is 10k in about an hour and 3 minutes, so it is slower than normal. I've stuck to zone 2 for all of this run though, going by heart rate. The pace and the time, it does not matter. 5 minutes and 59 seconds. Legs actually feel better. I feel like I'm getting stronger now. Weirdly, I was struggling more at the 7-8k mark. 5:57, 2k to go. I'm actually getting really hungry now. I had 2 bananas before this run. They were big bananas, but I probably should have had a bit more food. 5 minutes and 47 seconds. My fastest run yet, and only one more to go. My camera's a little filthy, but that is 14 kilometers complete. 54 kilometers ran this week, as well as some strength and conditioning and some core workouts. Pretty good week. 3 to go until the 10k race.
It's a few hours later, I've eaten, I've showered, I've stretched. In the last few days, I've been getting a lot of comments on Strava or YouTube of people suggesting how to improve my current training method. My main priority now is just finding that sweet spot of training where I'm keeping up my fitness but I'm not overcooking it. That is why I decided to get into the Norwegian Singles approach. I've watched a couple videos that really helped distill the information. I'm going to put a link to them in the description. Both videos gave me a lot of notes. I was like a schoolboy writing things down, but I've got some really good stuff and it's actually helped me rethink the way I think about training and getting better at running. There's something that Jimmy said in his video that rings so true to so many other aspects in my life, well, in everyone's life, I guess, but for some reason I'd never connected it to running.
A moderate, consistent approach almost always beats a radical balls out approach.
Long-term consistency beats short-term intensity. That is something that I know to be very true. With this YouTube channel, for example, I've gotten so much more growth by just being gradual, just being consistent and taking my time. And there's a reason why we tell school children the story of the tortoise and the hare. It is better to take things slow and steady. I want to shift my training as I go forward. When I was doing my sub 25k training, I loved interval sessions and tempo runs or long runs where I would push myself, my heart rate would skyrocket, and I feel like I'd worked really hard, and in doing that, my fitness was going to really improve. However, according to the data, you have to be really careful in managing your intensity and your fatigue, because there is a sweet spot in training, and if you push yourself too hard, the benefits reduce and just the risk of getting injured or ill or fatigued increase. So that is why the sub-threshold training, which I don't really even know exactly what it means, but I've been told to start running more by heart rate, and following my heart rate, I've got a cap on my Garmin, so I'll get a beep if I ever hit 174 BPM, which is, according to my Garmin, that is my sub-threshold upper limit. I feel like I'm waffling and getting confused. The basic premise is that going forward for the next 3 weeks, I'm not gonna put as much pressure on myself to really push in the training sessions. You actually get more benefit from consistent work. This week, I've taken things a lot easier. I've done a couple sessions that were faster, but I didn't push too hard. In doing so, I've ran 54 kilometers this week. If I look back across the year, I don't run that much. I either get ill, I do strength training too hard that causes me to not want to run, I'll go too hard in an interval session, which means I'm too fatigued the next day. And for some reason, it never clicked that if I was to just take things easier, I can rack up more time outside running. It's quicker for me to recover. It's, for one, easier. It's far more pleasant. I think wanting to make the videos more entertaining, I thought, oh, I have to push myself really hard. I have to go to my upper limits to make it entertaining. But that's only damaging my training. Moderation is key. Run a lot, run easy a lot, do lots of sub-threshold workouts, balance all these different aspects of your training. By the way, a lot of you probably know, but if anyone doesn't, I have been fundraising for Francis House Children's Hospice on my Just Giving page. We're almost at £750 as of the 18th of January. So that is exactly 3 weeks away until my 10K race. I'd love to hit £1,000 by that point. I mentioned it in my last video. From now on, for every £100 from the 700, I will do a 10K run. So if we get to £800, I'll do 10K, 900, 20K, 1,000, I'll do 30K, which is the furthest I've ever ran in my life. It's a fantastic charity. I'll put a link to it in the description if you want to check it out. If you do it, it is the biggest way to support myself and also help out the children and families with life-limiting conditions. That's everything from me today. Thank you very much for watching this video, keeping up with my journey to a sub 40 10K. Oh, the race is getting close. I'm a little scared, but mostly I'm excited. I think it's gonna go well. Touch wood. Thank you, and I will see you soon. Bye.